Terence, any chance your kids become UFC champions?
No,
Why not?
they don't pay you enough.
Terence Crawford's training session was recently leaked ahead of his highly anticipated bout with Canelo Alvarez. The most striking element of the footage was his focus on increasing his physical size and managing the size disparity between him and Alvarez. Although the fight is still 4 months away, Crawford is already training with an intensity as if the match were just weeks out. There's nothing light about his preparation anymore. He rises early and starts his day with a long jog aimed at boosting his athleticism and conditioning. After his morning run, Crawford returns home for breakfast before diving into a full day of intense sparring sessions and weightlifting routines with intermittent breaks. But before we get into the specifics of his leaked training regime and daily grind, let's take a look at how fans have responded to the footage. Go Champ, first boxer in history to be undisputed in 3 weight classes. Come September, the whole world will recognize Terence Crawford as one of the greatest of all time, one fan wrote in support. On the other hand, a fan clearly siding with Canelo Alvarez attempted to dismiss Crawford's efforts, commenting, "It doesn't matter how much weight you gain. Canelo Alvarez will mess you up. He's not Madrimov, and this isn't your weight." Class, if you want to be remembered for anything, let this fight go and save yourself the embarrassment.
November 20th.
A diehard fan, willing to go to any length to express his confidence in Terence Crawford's victory, wrote, "It's no joke this time, but I'll stop watching boxing if Canelo wins. There's no way he wins with that performance against William Skull. Man can't cut off the ring anymore. He's so slow and unaggressive. And y'all think he'll knock Crawford out? Y'all will know who Crawford really is on fight night." Another Crawford supporter added, "Y'all called the Spence fight a 50-50, and he won." Then suddenly y'all remembered Errol Spence had an accident and had been damaged. Now the fight with Canelo is considered a 30-70 in Crawford's favor. I hope y'all don't make excuses when the GOAT wins again. He's even older than Canelo, so age won't be an excuse either.
What happens, champ? Okay.
On the flip side, a staunch Crawford critic remarked, "Weight classes exist for a reason, and if you refuse to learn, you end up as the victim of the knockout of the year." Crawford has been overhyped his whole career with no real fighters on. His resume: it's Canelo's time to put his lights out and put Crawford where he belongs, as an average fighter. Despite such criticism, the undefeated world champion is determined to push his training intensity even further as the fight approaches. He's already made an impressive start, experimenting with new weight-building techniques and training methods to minimize the size disadvantage he'll face in the ring. Crawford's training approach for his bout against Canelo Alvarez blends intense physical conditioning with a focused mental strategy, setting him apart in the boxing arena. His current regimen includes a wide array of exercises tailored to sharpen his boxing skills, maintain top-tier fitness, increase punching power, and build the necessary muscle mass for facing Canelo. A typical day in Crawford's camp involves circuit weight training, strength and conditioning drills aimed at boosting speed and agility, and core workouts, like when McIntyre slams a heavy medicine ball into Crawford's abdomen during crunches. He also incorporates high-intensity mountain runs and swimming into his routine. Terence Crawford is especially fond of swimming as a part of his cardio training. He swims for 30 minutes to an hour every night. Since it's a non-impact activity, it's easy on the joints and aids in recovery and regeneration of muscle cells and fibers. Swimming doesn't come naturally to him, so he has to put in a bit of extra effort. It's a different kind of cardio compared to running, but he believes it tremendously benefits his cardiovascular endurance. After swimming, Crawford shifts his focus to boxing. In his boxing training, he consistently works to refine both his offensive and defensive techniques. This is evident when he trains with the pads, one of the standout features of his fighting. Style is his ability to effortlessly switch between two stances during a bout. Initially, Crawford's coaches tried to persuade him to stick to one stance, but eventually they realized that training him in both was far more effective. Even today, he continues to practice this unique ability. Sparring is a crucial part of boxing training, and Crawford embraced it from the early days of his career. He was so skilled that even elite fighters like Timothy Bradley were impressed. Now recognized as one of the best boxers in the world, it's other fighters who seek him out for sparring sessions. However, they rarely get the upper hand. Crawford's talent is simply on another level. Though naturally right-handed, he's also highly proficient with his left, making him a versatile and unpredictable opponent. When Crawford spars, he frequently utilizes his world-class left hand, showcasing the depth of his ambidextrous skill set. Boxing fans know that developing real punching power demands relentless effort, and one of the essential tools for this is the heavy bag. Like all top professionals, Crawford depends on the heavy bag to sharpen his punching technique and build shoulder endurance. Watching him train, you'll see a display of power, speed, and precision. He throws crushing punches, lightning quick, combinations, and everything in between. To maximize results, Crawford varies the rhythm of his strikes, alternating between light taps and full-force blows to simulate different fight scenarios. This is a routine exercise that helps Crawford elevate his overall boxing skills. He has been training with his coaches for most of his life, and one of the most vital components of his routine is pad work with them. During these sessions, the focus isn't on speed or power. Instead, Crawford drills various offensive and defensive scenarios, emphasizing technique and tactical precision. His team also incorporates other tools such as reaction noodles and punch shields to sharpen movement and precision. Terence Crawford is also known for his exceptional shadow boxing, displaying refined skill and fluidity. One of the traits that sets him apart is his ability to remain calm and quickly adapt to any situation in the ring. Crawford seamlessly blends offensive and defensive punches, making it all look effortless. But beyond physical skill, his mental toughness is what truly defines him. He often subjects himself to grueling training conditions just to push his limits. Outside of those high-intensity sessions, he uses light 2-kilo dumbbells for shadowboxing. This builds strength without compromising speed and agility, allowing him to deliver powerful punches while staying quick on his feet. Crawford constantly works on sharpening his accuracy and timing. To support this, he uses a double end bag, which is essential for practicing footwork and head movement. two of the most critical elements in a boxer's toolkit. Coach Bomack also uses training sticks during practice to surprise Crawford and test his defensive reflexes. Alongside physical training, Crawford follows a well-structured nutrition plan focused on lean proteins, complex carbs, and proper hydration, ensuring he performs at his peak and recovers effectively during camp. "I let my coach handle everything with the food," Crawford told Muscle and Fitness. "My nutritionist tells him what she wants me to eat and she fixes it. Last time, she was actually with me the entire camp and handled everything with the food. I really don't worry about that. They cook it and I eat it." Terence Crawford's camp firmly believes that his secret weapon presents a unique challenge for Canelo Alvarez Perez as both fighters gear up for a high-stakes showdown. Crawford's unconventional style could prove to be the deciding factor, as anticipation builds ahead of their September 12th clash in Las Vegas. According to Bernie "The Boxer" Davis, a close associate of Crawford, no sparring partner or training camp can replicate the kind of test Crawford brings into the ring. Davis argues that Crawford's adaptability and elite boxing IQ form a complex, unsolvable puzzle, a secret weapon that the Mexican superstar has never encountered in his illustrious career.
It is official, Canelo and Crawford at Allegiant Stadium. Give me your first reaction to that getting announced.
Super excited, super excited. Like I say, a lot of people are saying about Crawford's age, but no boxing, no life, as Canelo would say. And Crawford still, in age, but he ain't took no punishment. He's cautious. He works hard throughout these years. So, of course, you're going.
Nobody fights like Crawford, Davis emphasized during a recent interview with Mill City Boxing, suggesting that Canelo will struggle to prepare for a fighter with such fluid stance switching and tactical unpredictability. While some expect Crawford to employ a strategy similar to Floyd Mayweather, using evasive movement, sharp defense, and precise counters, there's a growing belief that Bud might bring more than just survival tactics to the ring. Still, some analysts remain skeptical, noting that excessive stance switching may be ineffective against a veteran like Canelo, who isn't easily thrown off by unconventional approaches. Despite Canelo's declining punch volume in recent fights, he continues to win rounds with powerful, clean shots that demand judges' attention.
You got to count that in the factor, but in his heart, in his mind, in his spirit, he's still youthful about boxing. He loves boxing, and this is one way to get him up. He's a challenge guy. He loves a challenge, and Canelo is the biggest challenge you can get. We got to go up 2 weight classes, really 3 weight classes to get a guy like that. Hardest puncher, great counter puncher, tons of experience, undisputed champion, unified champion, a couple of divisions champion, and so we didn't get the Pacquiao or the Mayweather, but we get.
Crawford's record at 154 LOBs remains unquestioned, but jumping directly to 168 LOBs raises significant questions. Unlike others who gradually ease into a new weight class, Crawford is diving straight into a championship bout, without a warm-up fight. Meanwhile, Canelo's latest opponent, William Skull, was younger, larger, and arguably more explosive, yet the Mexican champion managed him comfortably, controlling the tempo and neutralizing his offense. According to Davis, that performance proves Canelo's timing and ring IQ are still razor-sharp. "The man lives in the gym. His skills are still elite," Davis remarked.
The one thing about Crawford is he got guts. Them bums ain't have no guts. Them bums didn't want to win. Crawford want to win. That's it. It ain't about no belt. It ain't about nothing. You didn't sign the contract. We want to win, and he want to be the best, and he is the best. So that's what's going to be the difference. Crawford got guts. He got a fighting spirit. So when you see Crawford, he going to go in there and get busy with Canelo. Don't you even doubt that. You understand? You ain't never seen Crawford stay on the back foot in no fight in his life. You understand? He the type of guy to go get you. So expect him to go get him. We going to do everything we can to him. We going to do whatever we got to do.
Davis is convinced that Crawford can replicate, or even surpass, his dominant performance over Errol Spence Jr., whom he dismantled in a lopsided bout. Crawford is going to make Canelo look like sludge, Davis boldly claimed, insisting that no sparring session can fully prepare Canelo for what's coming. Ultimately, this isn't just a stylistic matchup. It's a true litmus test for Crawford's greatness across divisions, and a vital opportunity for Canelo to silence critics who claim his best days are behind him. While Crawford's camp radiates confidence, the physical toll of moving up in weight, paired with Canelo's vast experience, represents very real challenges.